Hey guys, how's it going? This is Autobot JCB here again for another How to Transform video. In today's video, we're going to be continuing on with the Transformers movie series because today I'm going to be showing you how to transform the 2009 Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Voyager class Stratosphere. As you guys can see here, Stratosphere's vehicle mode is modeled after what appears to be either a C-17 or a C-130 cargo plane. In addition to this, I'm going to be showing you how to transform his little minifigure, which actually comes with him. Now, obviously, I've said in my previous videos that aircraft modeled Transformers are some of my absolute favorites. I love how they never cease to come out with new designs, new concepts, stuff like that. And what I'll do here, let me bring him in for a close-up. The amount of detail that is actually on Stratosphere is really good. I have to admit, I like that they have this little stamp right here, the CGRD 6-77. I don't know if that's just the identifying mark of the plane itself, but it's still a nice detail. I love the transparent blue windows on the cockpit and the canopy. I love that he's got these all four of these huge turbine engines right here. I like that they put the Autobot symbol on not only both the wings, but both of the tail stabilizers as well. And I especially love that they even put so much detail in as to add the little entry hatch that you would use to get into the plane. And then if you look right here, you'll see that there's a little flip-up panel, and that will reveal all of the landing gear wheels for taking off and landing, which I think is pretty cool. Now, one thing I love about this, and this is an incredible detail in my opinion, so typically cargo planes load from the back. You'll notice that there's actually a hatch right here, and what I like is that if you twist the tail down a little bit, it will open up that piece right there, and if you push it farther, it will actually open up the ramp, which will reveal an Optimus Prime minifigure with this. Honestly, I think that this is supposed to be a micro machine. It's so cool that Stratosphere came with a little mini Optimus Prime figure, which shows you the sheer scale that Stratosphere would be compared to Optimus. I've often wondered if this was the leader class version of Optimus, how big would Stratosphere have to be in order to fit leader class Optimus inside the cargo bay? Honestly, my best guess is he would have to be probably 5 or 6 feet tall, given the size of this Optimus compared to him. But it's an awesome detail. I love that they added that in. And then one thing that's nice is you can just flip the wings back up, close up the hatch, and he's ready to go. So what I'll do first is we'll go ahead and transform Stratosphere into his bot mode, and then we'll show you the little mini Optimus. And then, I forgot to say this when I first started. I know that obviously with the movie series, I'm kind of been skipping on figures. What I'm just going to be doing from now on is I'm just going to be kind of jumping back and forth, just kind of all over the place. So, but don't worry, I'm going to be getting as many figures out as I possibly can. And we're going to have some more fun because I'm honestly pretty happy because I'm coming up on video number 100. I got something special planned for you guys. So we got a couple more videos to get through, and then we're going to get to the big 100, and you guys, I really hope you guys like that video. So anyway, to get back on topic, let's go ahead and transform Stratosphere. So the first thing we're going to do is, obviously you saw that I flipped down these panels that cover up the wheels. What we're going to do is we're just going to move the wings up slightly, just to kind of get them up out of our way. And you'll see that there's a seam right here along the fuselage and the side of the plane. And what we'll do is we're going to push in on that piece with our finger and then pull down on this piece with our thumb, which will free that hook right there from this spot right there. I'm going to expose that gap. And we're going to come over here. We're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to push in with our finger and pull down with our other hand, and that will expose that gap right there. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this whole section and we're going to flip it all the way up and flip it all the way back just like that. And you'll see that it will actually reveal Stratosphere's arms. Next thing we'll do is you'll see that as we did that, it actually exposed that gap and exposed this gap right here. what we're going to do is we're going to come right here first. We're going to come right here first, and we're going to separate this and then pop these up. Oh, there we go. Pop that up. Pop that up. And then what we'll do is we'll bring this out. And, oops, didn't quite get it all the way apart. There we go. And this right here, this is actually part of his knee. It actually clicks inside this fuselage. It can be a little bit of a pain to dislodge, but once you get it, it just flips out. So, oh, come on. There we go. Got it popped out there. And then we'll fold that out just like that. And pop that. There we go. And we'll fold that all the way out just like that. We'll just flip these out straight. All right. So the next thing we'll do is we'll come down here. And there's a little bit of a catch in here where this blue piece is. And that will actually create his foot. Now with his leg, he has a knee joint and an ankle joint, I guess. I'm not sure what the secondary joint would be. But we're going to go ahead and make his legs look just like this. So we'll go ahead and flip back, flip down, and click that into place just like that to create Stratosphere's legs, just like that. So there we have Stratosphere somewhat standing up on his own. He's not quite ready to go. But anyway, so there's what Stratosphere's legs look like. So now what we'll do is we're going to come back up here. And we're going to flip this piece up just like this. And flip this piece up just like this. Because that will form the wings into Stratosphere's shoulders. And then what we'll do is we'll come right here. And we're going to grab his arms. Now as we fold his arms out, it will actually open up the front end of the plane. As I brought that out, it popped this piece out. So right there's the front of the plane. We'll bring his shoulder out. And as you do, it'll push that forward and form his chest. And one thing I forgot to mention, before we start transforming him, make sure you flip up his landing gear, because this will actually be what you push on to pop his head up out of his chest. So far we've got one of his arms. He has some semi-posable fingers and a posable thumb, which I like. Personally, when I have him out on my display, I like to have him in a kind of a salute, since he is military related. So we'll come over here and we're going to grab his other arm. We're going to bring it out to the side, which will make that spring up into position. And he's got his shoulder joint, his elbow, and his fingers and his thumb. All right. So far, he looks like this. He looks kind of weird, but hey, it's working. All right. So the next thing we'll do is we're going to come down here and we're going to bring his waist down. So when he's almost all the way done, he looks like this. Now, if you want, you can bring the tail stabilizers down and flip these pieces down flat against them. It's entirely up to you. You can leave them up, but bring them down, whatever. The next thing we'll do is we're going to come right here and we're going to bring this back. But before we get all the way there, we need to push up on this piece right here, which will allow Stratosphere's head to come up out of the body of the plane. And there's his head. So now what we'll do is we'll bring this back and put this peg right into this slot right here. And there we have Stratosphere. Just give me 1 second to get him stable. Now, I know I'm not the only one who has issues with this. So with figures that typically have gold-colored joints and connections or whatever, in the Transformers community, there's a condition called CPS or GPS, which is gold plastic syndrome. It's actually a term I'm a little familiar. Excuse me. It's a term that I'm not as familiar with as some other people. And what it is that figures that have like gold-colored hips or gold-colored hinges and stuff like that, the plastic, I don't know what the deal is with the plastic, but it apparently is a little more fragile than others. So it breaks easier, which honestly sucks. And it happens. I guess not everything can be perfect, but it is sad when figures like these that are hard to come by, unfortunately, they they become one with the Allspark, we'll say. But anyway, so there we have Stratosphere, transformed and ready to go. As you guys can see here, his bot mode looks pretty cool. I have to admit that I love the amount of detail that's on his face right there. Why they went with like orange for his arms, and like I understand like right here and right here, but yeah, the full orange arm is kind of weird. I do like one thing about his arms though. He's got some of that Mecha Live. I think it's called Mecha Live. The where when you move certain things, like the gears inside of him turn. Like if you look right in here, you'll see a gear, and when I bend it, move his elbow, you'll see that it moves back and forth, similar to excuse me, the ROTF Starscream, where when you move his head, the gears in his chest move back and move around. I think that this is supposed to be an identical gimmick. I have to admit it's a nice detail, and I especially love that they did that with some figures. I wish they would have done it with a few more, but hey, like I've said in my previous videos, you can't do everything, but the amount of detail that they put into these toys is astounding. But anyway, so there's Stratosphere. So we're going to move him off to the side for a minute, and now I'm going to show you Micro Prime is what I like to call him. So, like I said, he basically looks like a micro machine. And this little guy is a really simple transformation. All we really do is you bring down the wheels just like this, and then he actually has some feet that will flip out. They're not easy to flip out. There we go. We'll flip those all the way forward just like that. And then what we'll do is we'll bring his arm around, bring his other arm around, and then we'll flip up Optimus Prime's head. And there we go. We have Micro Prime. And just look at the scale difference between him and Stratosphere. So if this was like I said, if this was the leader class Optimus, imagine how big Stratosphere would have to be in order to fit leader class ROTF Prime into the cargo bay. I would imagine, like I said, I imagine it would probably have to be at least 5 or 6 feet tall. At least. I honestly don't have the slightest idea, but it would be awesome to see something like that. But anyway, guys, so there we have the 2009 Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Stratosphere with his little buddy Micro Prime. If you guys have any other ideas for other Transformers you'd like me to try and do, feel free to comment below, even hit the like and subscribe button and hit the notification bell, and I will do what I can to help you out as we go. And until then, bye.